yung hindi po masyadong nakakaintindi ng English, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay polio. Okay? It's very famous actually. There's a lot of famous people who have polio.
My mother had polio as a child.
But who else? There's actually a president in the US.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah, he had polio.
I have a classmate back then when I was in kindergarten. Not kindergarten, but in elementary. And I remember I was so scared kasi bata pa lang ako noon. I was so scared and I saw him and he had one leg that is smaller than the other one.
Yeah.
So medyo nakakatakot na. Especially if you're very young. You know?
Okay.
That's the first time you're gonna see one.
There are still a few people around actually who are on iron lungs.
Iron cast lungs.
Yeah, basically where you had to be in this cylindrical tube for forced breathing, because the problem with polio is that over a period of days you could get significant paralysis up to and including oftentimes paralysis from the neck down and inability to breathe on your own, which is why they needed to have an iron lung.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's quite scary, okay?
Very
If you look at it, it's quite scary. But there are many reasons bakit hindi ho tayo pwedeng why we should not be upset or we should not be scared about polio, okay? Polio came from, it's a virus, okay? So like any other virus po, wala hong gamot sa virus, okay? It's the same as common cold. Common cold, you don't have any cure for common cold. You will have common cold again and again several times. And the same with all viruses.
Yeah, I mean, if you treat it, it takes about 10 days. Left untreated, it'll clear up in about a week and a half.
Yes. So the polio virus, it's an enterovirus. So entero means it's in the intestines. And there's a great reason why they are called enterovirus. Kasi they settle on the intestines. Okay? So, they are transferred through fecal oral. So, halimbawa, nakainom ho kayo ng water that has been contaminated with the polio virus. So, nainom mo yon, nakain mo yon, nakakain ka rin ng contaminated with the polio virus. So, papasok yan sa katawan mo. It settles in your intestine. So, from there, they proliferate. So, dumadami ho yan. They enter into the intestinal wall. They hack, okay? They hack the cell. They make their own proteins. They make their own virus. So, once they make their own virus, the cells right now are lysed, okay? So, nadi-destroy po yung intestinal cell. So, when they are destroyed, lumalabas ho yung virus. It goes to the feces. So, sa tae. Lumalabas ho yan sa tae. So,
I know that word.
You can...
I know.
What's tae?
Tae means turd.
Turd. So, it goes into your turd. Okay? So, naitatain mo lang yan. And then, it goes into your blood. So, you can have viremia na tinatawag natin. So, these viruses, okay, 90 to 95%, nagkaroon ka ng virus, you can be asymptomatic. Okay? Wala kang nararamdaman. Pwede ho yun. And then, usually, hindi ho kayo nagkakaroon ng karamdaman. Okay? 90 to 95%, that's very high. So, the very small population na nakikita ninyo with myelitis, which is a problem in the spine, okay? Yung nakikita po ninyo, around 5% lang, hindi masyadong mataas. Okay? And it's because of a strong immune system. If you really have a strong immune system, you can really almost always eliminate the viruses in your body. So that is also the same with measles,
There are a few that are
chicken,
very difficult, and a few that are impossible.
measles, chickenpox, mumps. Okay, yung iba nagkakaroon na sila ng virus but they do not have any symptoms. Okay, and you have to attribute it to your strong immune system. Okay, so 5% lang. 5% lang ho yung nagkakaroon ng tinatawag nating myelitis. So now, these viruses, okay, so tinatain mo yan so they can excrete in the poop. So, another is in the spine. So, they go into the spinal cord. Okay, yung tinatawag po nating anterior horn, which is responsible for the motor function. Motor function, yung mga gumagalaw. Okay? And then, there's a sensory part of it, which is yung nafe-feel mo. So, for some reason, these viruses, they wanna stay in the anterior horn. Dun ho sa mga may end, sa mga cells natin. So, nakikita ninyo, they destroy those nerves. So, pag namatay ho yung nerves, of course, there's no more innervation. So, pwede hong pumayat. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng atrophy yung muscles natin. So, the worst case scenario is if it innervates the diaphragm. Of course, the person cannot breathe anymore, so hindi na ho siya nakakahinga.
Destroys the diaphragm.
So that's why there's the
Iron
iron lung. Oo. Actually, there was one patient who sent me a video and she said, "Doctora, this is very scary." And I totally understand when I saw it as well. It's scary. It's scared. Because, lalo na, back then, because I didn't understand poliomyelitis, so it was a scare. It was an entire scare that plagued the US. And the problem was, nagkaroon sila ng panic. Okay? So, nagkaroon ng panic. But you don't have to panic right now because there's just many information out there and we have to be better. We are a lot equipped right now to handle polio. Yan. So, again, the key to fighting polio is you have to be immune, you have to be very strong. Your immune system has to be very strong. So, by eating foods that are rich in vitamin A, yan, vitamin A, vitamin C, zinc, yan mo yung lagi kong sinasabi. So, these are foods or these are the vitamins and minerals that is responsible for a strong immune system.
And elimination or limitation of processed foods.
Yes. So, ano ba yung mga foods that are rich in vitamin A? So, alam niyo na po yan. So, usually, these are squash, carrots, liver, okay? So, these are the green, these are the red, yellow to orange vegetables. So, they're very high in vitamin A. Zinc, of course, zinc, they are found in seafoods. Okay, usually in oyster, yan. So, almonds, you can see that as well. So, vitamin C, you can find it, the highest vitamin C, usually it's in pepper. So, kain ka lang ng maraming pepper. And besides, if you eat a lot of pepper, it's actually good for you. It's good for the heart. It's not only good for the mucosa lining, intestinal, and it's also very good for cancer prevention. So, that's why I love cayenne pepper. I don't know if Sir Jax loves it.
Cayenne pepper, I like it. No, you guys keep seeing me look over here. I'm right now, I have a little boy who's fighting for his mother's attention, who's not being very nice at the moment.
Oh, you're not being nice, Henry?
You're tugging on mommy, you're pulling on her now. Cut that out.
Yeah. He woke up, he's very upset. So I'm very sorry about that. Okay, so he's upset. Are you upset right now? Yes.
Why are you upset
He's
now?
upset. So, I hope that yung mga agam-agam po ninyo, I hope it's not gonna be that much anymore.
Oh, drink
after
clean
I have
water as
discussed
well.
that.
Drink
Yeah.
clean water.
Yeah.
That's a major factor right there because it's unfortunate that in the Philippines, especially up where we lived, you have the drainways, for irrigation. And many people will build their homes, the squatters, on these irrigation ways. And unfortunately, the water supply that flows through there, what happens with it is there are people that are using it for bathing. There are people whose human waste, is going directly into it. There are those that are swimming in it. There are those who are catching their fish out of it. So you're talking about a significant health issue when you're basically putting taking filthy water and drinking it. You're cooking with it.
You're right.
You're bathing in it. These are major issues that really need to be. People need to be educated and need to be addressed on that because that's why some of these tropical illnesses are able to proliferate because a government and the Department of Health is not getting actively involved to solve these sorts of issues.
Well, what Sir Jack is actually saying is that it's very important to make our environment clean, no?
Correct.
Especially yung water natin, water
Correct.
supply. Especially in Phil, I remember a lot of people, they would still poop and pee in the rivers, and then people, of course, if you are living on top of that, and then yung people doon po sa baba, of course, they drink. Okay,
well, the thing what you would see, it's as we would drive down the road along the irrigation because it was a shortcut to get our daughter to school. You'd see this person, pooping in the river. You go down a little further, you'd see this person washing their dishes in it. A little further, this person's bathing in it,
Uh-huh.
and then children playing and swimming in it, you know, and getting their water from there. And you know, that's just that's a terrible health condition just waiting to happen.
So we just have to be very clean and we
Very
have to
clean.
be aware. I think the most important there is to respect